Hey, katoku gashira panapa pa ZiFM Stereo, my station, your station. Takabata Leonard Dembo Paya with Shengeto. Wow. Listen, my Shona bundles went eish. My sister Ukulumelo Bani. That was Leonard Dembo with the Chengeto. We asked Honorable Barbara Rwodzi, our Minister of Tourism, what's your favorite track? This is the track she gave us.
This is the track she chose. She's like, this is my truth.
She even said, I need to tell you, it's 10 minutes. So we only managed to play 3 minutes of it. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the ignition.
Thank you very much for having me.
Why this particular song?
Oh,
of all your songs.
Yeah, because
all the songs we asked.
What's your favorite song? She's like,
this was the
Leonard
one.
Brown.
it was my wedding song.
Oh,
really?
It was my wedding song.
Right.
Oh, nice. So
All
you're
right.
Temba Mkanda
sentimental.
knows that because he was the DJ.
Oh, nice.
And you must have played it like 15 times, I'm sure. Honorable Minister, welcome to the show. You are, I think you probably have one of the toughest portfolios in Zimbabwe when it comes to the ministry.
She does.
You need to ensure that tourism is the hotspot
True.
of Zimbabwe and even the economy. Because, I mean, if we don't have tourism, what do we have?
True.
Yeah.
So, how are you finding your job so far?
Okay, my job is very interesting, and you are correct to say it's one of the most important portfolios for our economy. And if you look at economies like the Middle East, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, they for all these years they were big through their oil. But now they turned their economies into tourism.
Yes.
Because tourism is all about what God gave you, and you want people to know about it.
Yes.
Other people to know about it. And it is very, very good that His Excellency Comrade Dr. Edi Mnangagwa separated our Ministry of Tourism and Hospitality Industry from Environment, Climate and Wildlife, so that we critically analyze and look into what we have to do about our tourism.
Yeah.
God-given. We are based on heritage. What God gave us. Victoria Falls is God-given.
Yeah.
Great Zimbabwe is God-given. Our mountain landscapes in Manika Land is God-given. Chinoi Caves, we talk about anything.
Yeah.
And what we should do about the God-given products or attractions vis-a-vis other people coming from other countries and our own people enjoying those products.
All right. So how did you feel the morning you actually found out that Zimbabwe was named the best country to visit? I mean, you're the minister. I know I'm not a chill person. Listen, I'm walking into the office and saying, please, not today, not today. How was that moment for you?
Well, it was, like anyone else, like any other human being, it was unbelievable. I went numb for some seconds, and then I started celebrating, and then I wanted to actually, I think I could have been the first person who knew because Forbes called me.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was a +1 number. I know it's America, and at some point I thought, is it my daughter because she's in New York doing a master's? But I have a number, so they were struggling to get through until they said, "Are you Barbara Rwodzi, the Minister of Tourism?" I said yes. Said, "Oh, congratulations! You are a must-visit destination of the year, number one." And I'm like, "Hello," and the phone went off, and then we would speak, and everything else is history. But it's a great feeling, and you'll be doing your job. And I've always known since the time I was appointed deputy minister that Zimbabwe has a product to offer the world. We really need to work hard. We really need to do more. And with my then boss, Mangaliso Ndlovu, minister, we were trying hard to put our destination back at where it was, because I think this record, though we have never been named number one, but it has always been there. And over the years of going through economic crisis due to sanctions, the country was diminished. The country was, bad painted. And what we needed to do was to work hard. Scenario about tourism is, I always give this analogy. Where there is a Murora who is married, my brother here, gets married to a wife who everyone at some point in your marriage, the whole family starts to say your wife is so bad.
Right. Yes.
She's a bad woman. That's Zimbabwe. At some point, we were tagged very bad, and everyone in the family don't want to see this woman, and you don't even know what to do about her.
Right.
But the two of you love each other,
Right.
Yeah.
and the two of you know that why people are saying she's bad is the right thing. This is an issue about sanctions.
Right.
And they put us down. They said the country was really bad. And now that it's your tourism that has to address soft diplomas. We had to address the soft diplomas. And the foreign affairs and the security are really dealing with the actual issues. So what does the Mrora have to do? The Mrora just have to keep doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to keep doing good, knowing that one day they will discover that, no, it's not that I'm a bad person, but I had to do that.
I had to do that.
At that point. So, Vana Atejara, Vanatete, and the relatives, one day they will come at a funeral and eat a very nice meal.
Yes.
And everyone must ask, who has cooked this? Then they say, it's John's wife.
Yes.
And people say, here we are. Yeah,
What's a shout?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So now that's what is happening about Zimbabwe.
Okay.
We deliberately came up with strategies that make our country look good and be good again.
Oh, I was
Those are
actually going
deliberate
there.
strategies that
Yeah.
we are doing.
Yeah.
Besides the hard issues of governance governments who diminish our country,
Right.
who think Zimbabwe is a bad. But there are people are now coming to our country and say, actually, after all, there's actually water in Zimbabwe, there's electricity in Zimbabwe, there are roads that are good, that they're actually constructing their country.
Yeah.
So it's our marketing strategy that is bringing in this perspective.
I was actually going to go there. How did you intentionally, what are we doing differently to actually bring in people? Like you said, I guess there's also that people get here, but how are we taking Zimbabwe out there to say, okay, come to our country?
Yeah.
Okay, it's amazing how. So again, we deliberately made the First Lady the patron of tourism because she is actually degreed 3 times in the tourism sector.
Okay.
She has a degree in tourism and hospitality, a degree in culinary, and a master's in gastronomy. So
okay.
we made her our patron. She has worked at Rainbow Towers back in the year. She trained in Switzerland and so forth. This is how she started to advise us to go gastronomy tourism. And when you're talking about gastronomy tourism in your country, it's giving people your own food. Not cooking other people's food, but your own food, making them enjoy your own food. She started this in 2019, and many people thought, what is happening? And also for us, we thought, does she think Mufushwa can be sold anywhere else? And people will say this is good. But anyway, we started working on that together with her, and until it's spreading it across the country. Whilst we were doing that program, that's what we were selling everywhere we go.
Yeah.
In terms of marketing, come and eat Madora in Zimbabwe. This is what we are about. Until United Nations Tourism noticed from afar that what this woman is doing is amazing in the context of promoting gastronomy tourism for your own country.
Right.
And when they called her in Spain in 2023, and then in 2024 they said, Africa for all these years, because UN Tourism hosts these conferences for gastronomy tourism. Only in the other continents, they were not coming in Africa because no one had started that. Now they said, we will come to Zimbabwe to host the first ever forum for gastronomy in Africa. And they came to Victoria Falls in July 2024. Now, by United Nations, here's the soft diplomas I'm talking about.
Yes.
By United Nations tourism coming into our country, just that only was a big issue.
Right.
Yeah. To say, wow, United Nations is going to Zimbabwe. Is it safe? Because they will never come to a country that is
That's
unsafe.
not safe.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Is it peaceful? Is it hospitable? Is there water? Is there electricity? So
Yeah.
it was an endorsement across the world
Yeah.
that Zimbabwe is good again. And from that time, we started to see internationals flocking into our country.
Yeah,
It was a selling point. Yes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Every single
It was a
weekday.
selling point.
Yeah.
So now when we are invited for shows, actually, let me say Zimbabwe is now listed by United Nations as one of the best countries in gastronomy tourism. We
Oh,
are listed,
nice.
yeah, we are listed together with France, which is number 1 in the world, Spain, all those countries,
Yeah.
and number 1 in Africa. Even if we know jollof rice has been doing great for the rest of the time, but they did not put it on the gastronomy tourism platform. We were the first. Every time we go outside the country now, we even go with 7 days because that's our alcohol.
Wow.
As
Okay.
Zimbabweans, we go with Madora, we go with Matemba, and people queue for that. They come,
That's amazing.
and that's our selling point
Yeah.
to say our food is amazing. When we cook it and people come and queue for it, it's amazing if you see Germans eating Madora and the 7 days. That's our alcohol. Like how it's made from sorghum and it takes fermentation process and all that.
Yeah.
That's our heritage. So that's what I think it was the most prominent tourism strategy that we used
Yeah.
and made the world know about us, besides many other things that we are doing. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you this. How are you looking to bring in the citizenry of Zimbabwe into your scope of, or your realm?
Into
to say,
your
guys,
plans.
citizens, this is what we are trying to do as the Ministry of Tourism. I need your buy-in as citizens to make sure that tourism in Zimbabwe continues to grow and we hold this top spot in terms of tourism.
We definitely have to love our country. Yeah. Kana usingazvidewo pachako, just know that you don't
Hapana
love
zvikudao.
anyone else. Yeah. We have to love our country and know what we have. So what we did in our strategy was to cluster the whole sector, right? So we have 2 big clusters there at the top, international tourism and domestic tourism. Then we formed about 12 clusters, which is 12 sectors in tourism. There's sports tourism, there's religious tourism, there's visiting friends and family tourism, there is holidaying, that's what we call just going to
Yeah.
relax. It's your holidaying. There's wildlife tourism, there's rural tourism, there's township tourism and all that. We are trying, and all these clusters are under both international and domestic. All these clusters, they are under both. Now we are trying to say, maybe let me tell the Zimbabweans that actually our domestic tourism is bigger than the international.
No way.
Yes, kuuya kwevanhu munyika vachibva kune dzimwe nyika kushoma kudarika kufamba kwedu, but it's about defining what it is that is tourism.
Tourism.
Yeah.
So when you go and watch Dynamos in Bulawayo today or over the weekend,
Yeah.
you travel and say, I'm a Dimbare, I'm going to support my team.
Yes.
When the 2 teams are playing, that's the duty for Ministry of Sports. But all the spectators that are sitting in the ground, it's our duty as tourism.
Right. Right.
Those are the visitors who came in. They're coming from all parts of the country or even in Bulawayo right there. But when they arrive at the stadium here, those are our people.
Yeah.
What are they eating? That's our concern. Where are they going to sleep? So if you sleep in Bulawayo or if you eat in Bulawayo, if you go to a restaurant, and I'm talking about even your fast foods, Nando's, already you are a tourist.
Yes.
So you can
Okay.
imagine how domestic tourism is. And imagine from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, how many congregations of churches come together. Your apostolate, your Catholics, your ZCCs, we had a big one, 2 big ones. I think you've seen Benny Hinn coming
Yes.
into the country.
Yeah.
You have seen the Jehovah's Witness in August and September. It was huge. 25,000 people in the National Sports Stadium. And of the 25,000, here's an example, of the 25,000 people who were in the International Sports Stadium, 3,000 were the internationals only.
Oh, okay.
And the other bigger number were from Zimbabwe. That's our domestic tourism.
Yeah.
And international are those who came into the country.
Yeah.
But all of them were looking for accommodation in Zimbabwe. We had to sort out accommodation for particularly the internationals who do not know where to go. Actually, the church asked us to do that for them. So you can see how domestic tourism, but domestic tourism is lower on the family travels.
Why?
You and your wife, because our prices are too high.
Thank you.
I was going there.
Yes.
Well, how are we
Our
going
pricing.
to fix that? Because
Okay.
I went to Victoria Falls this year,
Yeah.
and I said, "Ish, just." It's
too expensive.
It's
It
too
is.
expensive
It
to
is.
be there.
Can I ask you to
How
hold
we-
that thought, though? I just want to do our headlines very quickly, and then we'll come back and you address expensive tourism, domestic tourism,
Yeah.
and figure out how we can try and get it better for
Good.
us. Yeah, and Rachel Chinouriri, track is called Parachute at 16 minutes to 10 o'clock. Throwback Thursday. We've got the Honorable Minister Barbara Rwodzi in the studio talking tourism, domestic tourism, us being number one by Forbes as
Killing
a tourism
it.
destination.
Killing it.
And
As-
we started talking about costs of domestic tourism.
Yes. So I was saying that beginning of the year I went to the Victoria Falls, and as an ordinary Zimbabwean, it was just very difficult to be there because you get there, accommodation is expensive.
Yeah.
Getting into the falls, praise the Lord, very reasonable.
Yeah.
But anything else you want to go for a cruise, it's pricey. Won't even talk about the helicopter rides and bungee jumping. Are there any plans to make it a bit more favorable for us
Okay.
as Zimbabweans to be able to go to these places, enjoy them as a family? Because when I think about going to the falls, it's somewhere you go as a family, and if a helicopter ride is $200 and did one, it means my children may never see the Victoria Falls from that angle. Yeah.
Yes, we have plans in place, and it's through amendment of the bill.
Okay.
Because everything has to be enshrined in a law, because private sector runs their own business, and government directs by giving a policy. So we will have to come up with a policy, and which we think it will be enshrined in the grading of the products, of the tourism products.
Okay.
Because for accommodation, I'm just giving an example of one or two lines that would be involved in the grading. Accommodation, as you know, if you go outside the country or even anywhere in the world, you if you Google that you want to go to South Africa, you will see that they raise flags to say they are 2-star accommodation facilities, 3-star, 4-star. That is directed by government through the standardization and grading. Right? We have a template that tells us that what is a 2-star accommodation, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, and then standardized by saying a 5-star facility, a single room must be a cost of this. Double room must be deluxe room or whatever, all the way to presidential, and then 4-star, and then 3 stars. What we will aim to achieve is that if one goes to Manicaland and you choose to go and stay at a 5-star or at a 3-star facility, the same price you pay in Manicaland is the same price you find in Mashingo, the same price you must find in Kariba or in Harare or anywhere else, Blawayo, name it. Whether they are lodges, they are Airbnbs, or they are hotels, they have to be graded and standardized. So it also goes to restaurants as well.
Okay.
A restaurant, it has to be graded as well. Is it a 1-star restaurant? Is it a 2-star, 3-star? So I'm just saying there is a template to that. But now we need to put the law and have an SI that tells the operators that this is the way of doing business.
Okay.
So it could be also in your activity side that you were talking about as well. We will know what the best in class is about bungee jumping. It's not Zimbabwe only that has bungee jumping.
Yes.
Okay, so in tourism there are charges for internationals. If I go anywhere right now, I'm charged as an international, because I'm bringing foreign currency in the country.
Yes.
And then there is also a charge for a local person, because they must be paying in their local currency. Now, we just have this anomaly that at the moment we are charging all our products in the foreign currency. But now with the SI coming in place after the bill has been, now we are at an advanced stage. It's now in the parliament. I'm happy, and just about to be debated.
Nice.
But now that will make the operators know that a Zimbabwean must not pay the same amount as an international. Yes, as a matter of a law.
And that's across the board.
That's across the board for any product, and then we go into each product and each product. So consultations with the operators and to govern them to say this product must cost at least. Transparency would be key in that. Discussions would be key in that, so that we land at certain prices that our own people should be enjoying, because they are the owners of this country, and those products they cannot be enjoyed by internationals only. Without Zimbabweans enjoying them. So that's how we are addressing it. It's an issue of law, because over the years of the economic crisis that we've been experiencing, a number of businesses have been also taking advantage of what is happening and to say, so we want to see in the value chain where the operators would say, this is where our hiccup is. Why should a plate of dinner cost $35 in Mutare, and then when you go across Chimoyo, the same plate with the same product, with the same food, only costs $15? Yeah. So is it an issue of lettuce? What is it again? So we have our president who has introduced all these presidential bowls and nutrition gardens and all that. Why can't an operator contract their own community, buy seeds for them, make them produce these vegetables for you, and buy back, and then your value chain becomes less? So all those things are what we are working on to ensure that Zimbabweans enjoy.
We've got about 10 minutes to go before we shut down the show today. We know that you've launched on the 30th of October the domestic tourism season. We've talked about it. Very briefly, what is this about and why are we doing it? And then we want your projections for 2026 tourism.
Okay, it's all about marketing our attractions to our own people, because we know festive season is a season for family. Most people do not travel from November going all the way to January. There won't be much business to travel for. So people will be in their country, and we're encouraging Zimbabweans, those who can afford, please travel to wherever that you are. Even
until that SI is done.
Yeah,
then we can all afford.
We're just saying let's just do that is what we can. Because a $5 note can make you enjoy your tourism. Once you come out of here, ZiFM, and go to Nando's and buy a Nando's meal, you are a tourist already. So we are saying do the best that you can. Travel if you think of traveling, because also we have many people as well. A significant number of people would think going to South Africa is so cool over the Christmas. No, actually going to Kariba is cool. Actually taking a drive across the country with your family is also cool, and your friends. Go and enjoy. And we know the issue of prices is quite a crisis to our only domestic people, but we are resolving that, and I'm sure next year same time it will be different. But for what you can right now, go out there and have fun. That's all about launching the domestic tourism campaign.
All right, so what's our 2026 looking like?
Our 2026 is looking very good already, my dear. We've been there's Conte Nest Traveler magazine that is already named as #1 destination for 2026 already. 2 days ago.
Okay.
Victoria Falls.
Congratulations.
Yes, all right, again. And then we have the Travel Leisure magazine. They also highlighted the prominence of Palm. Maybe you know about them because they last came to Africa 30 years ago. They fly billionaires, most richest people in the world, across the world, and they announced that end of 2025 they will be coming to Africa for the first time, and their first port of call is Victoria Falls. So 2026 is happening, and let's celebrate this together. Our country is beautiful, and in the Koneni, so let's be very proud of our country.
Where is Sangana 2026 going to be held?
It's going to be held in Masvingo.
In Masvingo.
Oh, nice.
It's going to happen in Masvingo.
Cool, Vegas.
All right. What's your favorite tourist destination?
In Zimbabwe.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If you say Victoria Falls, I'm chasing you out of the studio.
It's giving low-hanging fruit, auntie. What's your favorite?
I have many favorites. As a minister, I can't really say this is my favorite, but I have many favorite places in our country. Zimbabwe is beautiful. You never know. If you've never been there, you never even know until you get there. So by the virtue of being a minister, I have places that we go with some private high-end tourists. That's how I'm also discovering that. You know, your Malilangwe, Bumi Hills, all these places. Sometimes you end up not knowing which one is best. But and when you get there, you actually wonder, if you are still in Zimbabwe. And we give our thanks to all these operators, in fact, across board. All our operators are doing a great job in terms of hospitality. But the country is beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. So you brought up something very important. Your high-end tourist people. Simba and I have one ask. You see, we hear Mr. Dangote is landing.
Yeah.
So Simba and I were just asking to be part of the dancing team at the airport.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking
We're part
for.
of your entourage, and we'll be the dancing team.
And we'll be the dancing team. So when we're now going to the airport, please don't leave us.
Yes. So it's that program that we call meet and greet. We go to the airport or to the borders, and I'm sure you have seen that. I think for the past 2 years, we always start that program for the festive season. But again, all across the during the year, we also have those visitors that would know that by going to meet and greet them, to welcome them in the country, it's a big value for us. So it's a meet and greet program. We go with our national fabric. We give them the national fabric. Make a tablecloth in your home and remember Zimbabwe and so forth. But it's just hospitality, just welcoming them, giving them a warm welcome.
Ma'am, can you please not let this be the last time you come visit us in the studio?
Right.
Would love for you to come back and have more conversation with us. There's so much to do with regards to tourism.
True that.
And I think one thing close to my heart as well is that domestic tourism side of things. I
Yes.
love the fact that
Let's see
international
how
guys
it
come in.
goes.
Oh,
Let's watch
Yeah,
it in
yeah.
2026.
Speaking of domestic tourism, I know I'd asked you in this off. I want to know, right? Because this is your portfolio. Is it true that if you laugh at some of those trees in Nyanga, people go missing?
No, it's not true.
Okay. I just had to ask because I'm planning on
Just go,
going.
just go, enjoy yourself. Just go and enjoy yourself.
If you go laugh and then you disappear, we'll be like, ma'am, you were saying?
Find us, Noxy, please.
No, you won't disappear. Just go and enjoy yourself. We have our
Honourable.
beautiful Nyanga on the
Yeah.
valley there. It's amazing. It is. Jeremy Clarkson did a great job
Yes.
in also marketing our destination. He did.
Honourable
did,
Minister, I think you've done us such an honor by being here. We will definitely have you in again. We appreciate your time.
Anytime, if you
Yes.
invite us, we'll come.
Trust me. Now that you
Thank
said
you.
it, Zimbabwe Majinzwa. Anytime.
Anytime.
Have an amazing day and continue to do a great job.
And thank you very much. Thank you.